So it took a few more days for the vessel to kind of settle down after we got underway. There wasn't really very much drama between me and Paul. His dad, Wayne, had had a good chat with him and just fucking, told him straight that, people were just kind of sick of it, and that he was in fact just pissing in the corner like a dog and marking his territory. So I wasn't privy to that conversation, but Wayne did give me the general gist of what he'd said. And I'd appreciated that, to be honest. There was just too much. It was just too much drama. It was uncalled for, and anyway, we were cordial to each other. A few days later, I actually treated Paul. Paul came to the medical centre and he trapped his finger between a door jam. It kind of slipped and it came back on his hand. He kind of walked through with his hands like this on the side of the door, which was a big no-no, because in my morning safety briefings, I repeatedly told loads of the workers and the deck crews and the engineers and everybody that had been, just basically grafting in the days, to just basically watch the fingers and where they put them. We did hit some rough seas, and that's kind of the worst time for walking through doorways. Some of them can snap off the restraints. When Paul came to the medical centre, he came with a guy, Colin, and I was treating another patient for laryngitis, and Colin just opened the door basically and walked in. I did have a sign on the door that says, please knock and wait to be called. There may be a patient inside. He just disregarded that and travelled straight in. I just got up, guided him out, pushed him out, closed the door basically, and told him to read the sign. I'd get to him when I got to him. The guy who had laryngitis got a bit of aspirin to gargle, some strepsils, some Codicil mouthwash, and some paracetamol for his pain, and he just went back. So that was it. Eventually Paul came in. He had indeed took the tip of his third finger off, and was quite nasty. So the Colin guy decided that he was going to sit and take minutes of meeting, and I said, no, it's not happening. I said, no, you don't take patients' information, which is confidential. I did find out that Paul's medical records weren't up to date. He had failed to give Nikki any indication that he was on medicine of any kind. He was indeed on high blood pressure tablets. He was on medication for heart, and he was on, I think, something else for anxiety. So that was a big no-no as well. So I updated his medical records and treated him and gave him a few days off, and asked him did he need to be chopped off. I would have chopped him off just, to go and have him looked at a higher care medical facility, and he refused. So I got him to sign basically a waiver to cover myself, and also I ended up getting all the paperwork sent over to Woodside anyway. So things went smoothly for a little while. The Colin guy decided that he was going to go around and put stickers on all the doors, all the cabin doors, and every door that he could see, to basically say that the vessel was basically under Woodside jurisdiction. I went and immediately told Anna. I'd seen this on my rounds, doing my safety checks around the vessel. That was inside and outside. And Anna asked me if I would remove the stickers. So I went round and got a knife and started removing the stickers. I left their level. I didn't bother going to their level where they lived because I just didn't want any dramas. At that particular point, my bullshit meter was just basically full, and I was ready to just punch somebody in the face. And I just wasn't having it. I was just sick of being bullied. I was just sick of being treated like a fucking third-class citizen. And I just wasn't having it. So I was in the gym one morning, and I could hear tapping on the door, and I opened up the door, and this Colin guy had stuck a sticker on the gym. I just peeled it off and I just slapped it on his forehead, and he was quite shocked at that. He took a step back and kind of starts kicking off. I am this and I am that, and I think I'm this and I think I'm that and I think I'm the other, and he's had enough of my bullshit. and basically I was going to get sorted out. So I just reached across, grabbed him and pulled him into the gym and pushed the door. And I just said to him, it's just me and you now. Let's just crack on and sort this out. He just immediately changed his tune. Oh, I have to do this, you know, I'm the rep, and, you know, this is my job to do this. And I said, no, it's not. I said, you don't have to do this at all. I said, you're just a fucking asshole, basically. And you're just fucking pissing in the corner like a dog, and you're marking your territory. I says, and there's no need for it. I said, nobody else on the boat's doing this. I says, you know, none of the crew that I'm with has done this. None of the crew that I have, you know, that I'm with, I says, on the vessel have gone out of the way to make any of you guys, you know, feel unwelcome or uncomfortable. I says, but several of you guys have done this to me, and, you know, I said, it's put the vessel, I said, it's put everybody in a really shit place. And I says, and upon seeing this, you're just pushing it further and further and further. I says, you know, we understand that, you know, you guys can stop the vessel and you can get this done and that done. And I said, but I don't give a fuck. I said, I still get paid anyway. And so nothing happened. It didn't come to blows. He left. I carried on training. After that, I went up to Arna and I made a report as to what had happened. Arna he kind of like sniggered a little bit. I think he was enjoying the fact that I wasn't going to be bullied. And because I wasn't part of the crew as their medic, I could be replaced. I didn't give a fuck. I really didn't care. There was lots of other, you know, there was lots of other vessels, and there was lots of other opportunities for me after I left that ship. Anyway, everybody got on. I was cordial with Paul. Paul was cordial with me. There was another 10 and a half, 11 weeks to go. We all knew this, and it just wasn't worth it at the end of the day. So I said hello to Paul. Paul said hello to me. I checked his finger a few times, made sure that it didn't get infected. I ended up giving him a tetanus shot, and recommended again that he be airlifted to shore. He wasn't having it. I don't know whether it was pride or if he was, you know, acting like a tough guy, and, you know, we didn't want to be seen to be, you know, I don't know. Anyway, we got through the next 11 weeks quite smoothly. We went through a few big water spouts, and they were quite scary. We went through, we hit 20-25 plus meter waves, which wasn't nice at all. Yeah, so it was quite an exciting trip, and to be honest, I couldn't fucking wait to get off the vessel, and just basically go home and hopefully get assigned somewhere else. Yeah, so made a bit of money. 11 weeks later, left and went back to the UK, and went over to Scotland from Northern Ireland, went over to Abermed, gave them the full story, a good verbal handover basically, and also what went on, and they took my side. They were a bit miffed that it had gone on so long. I think they were a bit miffed that I took the course of action that I did, but still at the end of the day I told them, I says, you know, you guys are on shore, you know, I'm on the vessel on my own. I says, I'm not part of a crew, you know, I go there as basically as an independent, you know, medic, and, you know, you're my, apart from the master of the vessel, I says, you know, you're my first port of call. And I says, you're not there. I said, I have to phone you or email you, and I says, there's nobody there that represents me other than myself. And I said, that's just the way that it is. So, but anyway, we all got home. I didn't see Paul again, thank God, because I just didn't want to see him. I didn't see Colin again. But yeah, that was that story. Shit didn't have to go down the way that it did, but sometimes you're tested, and sometimes people just, you know, they just push you to your limits. I was only young. I was in my 30s. I didn't care, but there's plenty more adventures to come.